Our unbeaten run extended itself to 13 games in the last episode, but today we have the opportunity to make it to the third round of the FA Cup and hopefully draw one of the big boys and bring in some money. Hello and welcome to episode 56 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First of all, in the second round of the FA Cup against Derby County, and then we have a League One game against Crawley Town. Crawley Town, who came up with us from the League Two, I think it was last season. They did... I thought something had gone wrong then for a second on my screen here. But yeah, they came up with us last season. But as I say, Derby is our first match today. Derby County in the second round of the FA Cup at Pride Park. We played them once before, a 1-1 draw in that League One game earlier in the season, back in October. And then the game against Crawley Town. We've played them a little bit more, 4 times so far this series. Beat them 3, drawn on the 1 occasion in the FA Cup third round, as it was. Went to a replay, beat them in the replay a couple of seasons back now. And, or was it a couple of seasons back? No, it was last season, wasn't it? What about a couple of seasons? So, yeah, last season played them in that, of course, and a sort of back-to-back in the League Two as well last season. So our record against them is reasonable, and hopefully we can continue that good form against them. Currently 23rd in the table, Crawley Town, looking like they might be going back to League Two. Hopefully we can exploit that today and improve our position in League One. That second game of the episode, as you'll see, we're currently in 16th place. 3 games in hand over Fleetwood above us, 3 games in hand over Barnsley below us. 9 points, but 32. I know we haven't got games in hand over all these teams here, but it would put us somewhere around about here, I'm guessing. Certainly do us the world of good and push us up the table if we can make a profit of those games in hand as they come along. Hopefully we will be able to do so. Right, I don't think there's a great deal more to tell you. I can tell you one thing. We have had a bit of transfer movement. Lewis Dobby has gone out on loan to Walsall. He has saved us a little bit of wages. His wages were £975 a week. He's gone out. I think we're only bringing in about 80 or 90% of those. But that change has actually improved our financial fair play situation. As you know, this was red, and we were out by about £35. Let's put that right. It's gone green again, which is good news. But I have discovered, and we can adjust this again now. We can move the transfer budget. Oh no, the board will not allow budget-related requests at this time due to financial fair play. Still can't do it. But we also have the embargo in place. But what we do want to do is we want to ensure that when we get to January, we do have the ability to move things around a bit. And I'm thinking possibly some players come in as freebies. We will actually reduce this transfer budget and put it into wages. It won't give us a lot, but it might give us just enough to bring in a couple of players. We need to have a look and see what areas we need to invest in. While we're on the transfer subject, Louis Mould and Spennymoor have put in an offer for him as well, which we've accepted. That's £400 a week going out as well. So it eases up the wage budget a little bit, and we'll probably have a look as we head to the transfer window in January. We'll probably have a look and see if there's anybody else that we can reduce that we've not been using in the first half of the season, that we can reduce a little bit of wage budget and bring a couple of other players in, even maybe the odd loan. We did talk about loans, but we missed at the end of the transfer window at the start of the season. to bring in those loans to shore us up. Right, I don't think there's any more to tell you. Let's get on with the episode. First up then, that FA Cup second round tie against Derby. And this is the team that will face Derby County in this Emirates FA Cup second round match. It's Thomas in goal. As you see, we've changed our formation slightly. Scanlon, Gamble, Sass Davis and Tomlinson are back line. Walsh plays as the deep line playmaker. And then we have Mundell and Pedder in front of him. Obertoy and Moss play wide with Burns heading the attack up front. Pricebeck, Linton, Smith, McDonald, Pattison, Griffiths, Tilley, Dudizak and Walker all on the bench. And this is how the two sides line up. Rob Edgewords is the manager at Derby. He's fairly new there. Balcombe in goal. Rooney, Welsh and O'Hara playing as a flat back three. Rogan and McKnight as the wing backs. And then Horahan and Fisher as the defensive midfielders. Dahanda is the attacking playmaker. And Dolan and Barkazan lead the attack up front. On the bench we have Evans, Cochrane, Hawkins, Collins, Stretton, Garrell, Pollard, Grehan, Yusuf and Dhaliwal. First highlight comes after 35 minutes. It's a forward ball, but Derby picking it up. Horahan and Barkazan. Barkazan is in. He's created a bit of space for himself, but well defended by Gamble. Stayed on him, and the ball, a small deflection, and Thomas tidying up. And that was our only highlight of that first half. 2 shots, 1 on target, 0.08, 52% of the possession. Derby had 6 shots, 3 of which were on target, 0.53, 48% of the possession. Yeah, we're in it, but we need to be a bit brighter in the second half and find our way through to goal if we're going to get through to the third round of the FA Cup. And we have a highlight from kickoff. Barkazan getting us underway for this second half. And it's back as far as Walsh, but Walsh is allowed to run. Dolan into space, but defenders there, good, but that's just gone wide. And with 60 minutes on the clock, we're going to make that one change at the moment. Lewis Walker coming on for Sam Burns. Sam Burns not finding a way through. We're hoping Lewis Walker, top scorer so far this season, can find a way through. 12 goals up to this game. Can he improve on that? Hopefully. Walker with the ball. Finds, or was looking for Moss. Didn't find him. The ball was a bit short in the end. Derby come forward. Always looking dangerous. And definitely need a way through, and it's a header up onto the crossbar, but Thomas is there and collects. And with nearly 75 minutes on the clock, we made 2 more changes. Tyrese Obertoy, who's tiring, he's come off, and Josiah Linton comes on to replace him. And then Perry Moss on the other side has come off, and James Tilley replaces him. And a highlight, 85 minutes in, Derby have it. Let's hope they're not going to score a goal and beat us, but Scanlon is out there. Scanlon brings it forward. Linton holds the ball up inside to Scanlon. Mundell now under pressure, but holds it up. Scanlon. Walsh is there in support. Linton, Mundell, Scanlon, who's swapped with Linton. Linton, both of those can play in both those positions. Swings it inside to Pedder. Pedder on his foot. He's just over the top. And with 87 minutes on the clock, we made our final 2 changes, this time in midfield. Griffiths comes on for Mundell in the Mazzala role. Dudizak comes in as the ball-winning midfielder. And they are all our changes. We'll see if we can make a way through in these final minutes. Or is it going to be a draw and go to a replay? It's all over. It's 0-0 at half-time. I say half-time, but full-time. Half-time in the tie, I guess, because it will go to a replay. We've had 8 shots, 3 on target, 0.39, 54% of the possession. We thwarted them. 11 shots, 3 on target for Derby, a 0.91, 46% of the possession. Not a bad day, not a fantastic day, but not a bad day. And another one to say that we haven't lost that defensive midfielder role certainly did the job in thwarting them to somewhat, and Balcombe doing a good job in goal, as did Thomas, really. So it will go to a replay. Let's go and have a look and see when that replay is coming up. Well, it doesn't disturb our run of episodes very much. It just means that our next episode will be, instead of back-to-back Bradford City, basically, it will be Derby County in the FA Cup second round replay at home, and then we'll have an away game at Bradford City, and then we'll be coming back for Forest Green, Sutton United, Bristol Rovers and Manchester United under 21s. We do have a draw, I believe, coming up for the third round of the FA Cup, and what we're going to find out is whether, if we can get past Derby, whether we have a draw against the big boys. Let's go and find out. And so the draw for the FA Cup third round, where the big boys join us, and as you'll see, the fans want Morecambe. Strangely enough, 72% of them want Morecambe, 9% Chelsea, and 19% Crewe. I think we could do with somebody big. Chelsea would be great. But let's go and have a look then, see who we can draw, and we'll get the draw underway. And Rafael Fernandez van der Vaart is the host for this draw. First team out is Brentford. They will play Exeter City. Plymouth will play Sheffield United. Coventry will play Queen's Park Rangers. Lincoln City are going to play Morecambe, so that's Morecambe out of the way. Leicester, Premier League side, will play Blackpool of the Championship. Southampton will play Hull City. Norwich will play Burnley. Barnet or Swindon Town will play Hartlepool. Salford or Barrow will play Solihull Moors. Middlesbrough will play Reading. Huddersfield will play Stockport County. Bristol Rovers or Leyton Orient will play Wycombe Wanderers, our next opponents after this episode. Crystal Palace will play Chelsea, so we've lost Chelsea as well, an all Premier League tie. Tottenham will play Fulham, another all Premier League tie. Wolves will play Preston or Bolton, a Northwest duel there. Arsenal will play Aston Villa. Lots of Premier League ties coming out. West Brom will play Wigan. West Ham will play Liverpool. Oxford United will play Forest Green. Cardiff will play Bristol City, and that is a humdinger. That's a seven-side derby. Always touchy affairs. Grimsby Town or Burton Albion are going to play Brighton. A lot of the big boys out of it, and not leaving a lot left for us. Birmingham of the Championship, I think. Yeah, will play Sheffield Wednesday, who are also in the Championship. Manchester United of the Premier League will play Stoke. Ipswich Town will play Bournemouth. 16 teams left in the draw. 8 matches. Everton will play Oldham Athletic or Tranmere. Nottingham Forest will play Derby or Buxton. There it is. We're going to play Nottingham Forest of the Championship at the City Ground if we can get past Derby. And of course, if Derby get through, it's a local derby for them. And I will remember Brian Clough being the manager of both those sides. We'll draw the rest of the teams out now and have a look at the final list of the teams. Quite a way down the draw. Match 26 we were out of 32 matches. 32 teams going through from this round. And we will play Nottingham Forest against Derby. The other matches that we didn't see: Swansea, Watford, Millwall, Portsmouth. Leeds will play Manchester City, Blackburn and Milton Keynes Dons, Newcastle and Sunderland. And that is a northeast derby there. And Luton Town will play Crewe. That is the draw for the third round of the FA Cup. I'm not quite sure whether it will show up on our radar yet as to the schedule, but I'll hand you back to Future Mark, who will look at it for us. Well, as I expected, we can't see the FA Cup third round yet, but it is going to be played on the 10th of February. So it would be where Crawley Town are right now, our next opponent, strangely enough. But that would be the window that it would go in. So potentially that episode would be a back-to-back Cup episode. Manchester United under-21s in the third round of the Papa John's Trophy, and then an FA Cup third round if we were to get past Derby in the replay, which comes up in the next episode. Let's get back to this episode, though. Crawley Town are next up. Past meetings, we played them 4 times, beaten them 3 times, drawn against them once. That in the FA Cup third round back in 2025. I think it was earlier this season. So, yes, it's sort of previous records have been pretty good, but we mustn't underestimate them. They're currently 23rd in League One, sitting down low in the table. Their recent results have not been good. They've drawn 2, lost 2, and only won 1. Doesn't mean anything. Currently, we're in 16th, having won our last 2 games in the league, drawing the previous 3, unbeaten for some time. But is this the banana skin? Let's hope not. And this is how we're looking to line up. And Crawley Town makes 6 changes. Buxton make 4 changes. Crawley Town, as we said, in 23rd with 10 points, and we're in 16th. First highlight, 13 minutes in. Scanlon to Mundle. Mundle crosses in. It's just over the top from Moss. And that's pretty much the highlights for the first half. 8 shots, 1 on target, 0.65 in the XG. 62% of the possession. Crawley have had 3 shots, 1 on target, 0.11, 38% of the possession. It's our first half, but we need to be A, hitting the target, and B, scoring some goals. And our first highlight, Walsh with a free kick, swings it in, but it's headed over the top. And with 65 minutes on the clock, nearly 66 minutes, making 2 changes. Perry Moss is coming off for James Tilley, but James Tilley goes up front. Walker drops into the left midfield position. Johnny Smith moves out to his preferred right position. And we've also taken off Rafferty Pedder and brought on Alex Patterson as the ball-winning midfielder, with a view to trying to maybe turn him into a box-to-box. In a view to try and get a grip on the midfield. And another highlight, free kick. Walsh swings it in. It's headed clear. And Crawley Town come away. It's a bit isolated at the moment, Brown, but he's holding the ball up. And Brown is going to get there. He's going to beat the goalkeeper. And it's just gone wide. And Crawley Town have a throw in. Williams tidies up in defence. Back to Thomas. Sass Davis. Is this a build of a good attack? Scanlon to Walker. Walker finds Tilley. Tilley's... Oh, 2 people failed there. And waving play on. Patterson, Mundle through to Smith. Goalkeeper makes a save. And so the ensuing corner, Walsh has the corner. It's an outswinger. Nobody on the end of it. We haven't scored from a corner for some time. It's gone out. And a throw-in. We will see the throw-in. Scanlon to Walsh. Back to Scanlon. Scanlon sweeps that in, and Walker was fouled in the penalty area. We have a penalty, and it's Walker going to take the penalty. Can he score and give us the lead? He can. Tucks it away. Goalkeeper going the right way, but tucks it away in the corner. 13th goal of the season for Lewis Walker. Walker failed. Walker scored. And with 82 minutes, nearly 83 minutes on the clock, we're going to make a couple more changes. Kyle McDonald has come off and Joe Tomlinson has come on as the right wing back. And we have also brought off Romain Mundle in central midfield, and Harrison Dudizak coming on for him. Mundle has had a good game, but he's tired. So as we've taken the lead for now, we're going to give him a rest. Day with a goal kick. Long ball forward. Sass Davies is underneath it, but Crawley Town tidy up. But Tomlinson has stepped in. He's just come on. Oh, he's lost that ball, though, and we're in trouble. Brown tries to cross it in. It is blocked, and the ball falls to Walsh. Dudizak. He's got Walker out wide. He has Walker there. Walker finds Patterson. Good shot. And just over the top. Day again with the goal kick. Repeat performance. This time Connier. And he's put it away. Oakley Cannoneer. And makes it 1-1 on 86 minutes. That is disappointing. They've gone route one. Sass Davis didn't get on it this time. And Cannoneer curls that one in nicely. Question of offside, I think. We see it. The ball come forward. There. It's questionable, but I think we're just playing him on here. Williams playing him on. And with 87 minutes on the clock, having conceded that goal, we've made our final change. It's Billy Sass Davis has come off. Andy Smith coming on for him. Hopefully shoring up the defence, but we have moved to more of attacking formation, and we are going for the jugular. But no more highlights, and that's a Cannoneer goal on 87 minutes. Put pay to 3 points today. We'll have to settle for 1 point, and a bit disappointing, all said and done. But we've come away, I suppose, with possibly better than losing. 15 shots, 3 on target, 1.97, 60% of the possession. We should have won it. 15 shots on target. 15 shots, only 3 of which were on target. That is a poor return, even in my book. 6 shots, 2 on target, 0.28, 40% of the possession. For Crawley Town, it should have been and could have been a better day all round. While that 1 point has moved us up the table very, very slightly, we've moved up into 15th place on 24 points. 5 points clear of Port Vale, who are in 21st, and Salford in 20th place. We do have 2 games still in hand over those, so as it currently stands, it would move us up somewhere around about here on 30 points. And we have a positive goal difference, which is also a good sign. And, well, we need to be progressing, but we also need to be beating the lower sides like Crawley Town. There is no excuse for not beating them, and certainly 15 shots on target. We need to be putting more of those away. Maybe we should have played our normal formation. I don't know. We will never know for sure. Right, well, that's the end of the episode. 2 draws today, but does increase our unbeaten run. 15 games unbeaten since we lost to Preston way back in September, end of September, I think it was. We lost to them, and we're moving ever closer to that transfer window and see what we can do in that. We're going to play Wickham offline. We're coming back for an FA Cup second round replay against Derby County. Can we go through to play in the next round against Nottingham Forest, and then an away match against Bradford City, who are currently lying in 19th place. Another lowly team, but a team that we should possibly be beating if we're going to get ourselves up this table. Back-to-back games against them just prior to Christmas. Well, that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend, and of course our other series, Making Chelsea Stand Proud, and new series as they are released. If you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel, then the best way of doing it is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. It's down below here for you. New episodes of To Be a Legend currently released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It will be episode number 57. And if you're not watching my other series, have yourself a very good weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Till then, goodbye.